ntimi nyi twin yadoa if say abedu ha na nyina na ye piepie ho kakra abedu a dia yakran se kwesiara na po waso TV na obo hu se Kwabena Sante so etiso na ka che se for 5 cities ebeje 20,000 dia yakran no obi susu owo baabi a okwa obi be physical e dia ma just bring 1,000 obi kono na okwa bebe 200 million.
Oh, not your channels be
yeah, no.
Ah, sika. Oba kono mutete. Obi ate.
And I'm say there ya no. Ana there ya unfortunate so no say and they say me Kwabena me hu me right na also hu right. Ye nyina e be brɛ because anamontuo bi a wutu bia no obi say and am right because be TV na ene a drop pa ye ton kra na hu say ye mfom so onko aduro hu suku o say ono no prescribe aduro ba ko a esa ya de be duasa na nipa to something eto this is on my nipa from our bank in shishe mu de bia da meka and so what has happened you know me tia sisi no me ya calculation say me bu nipa because obi koye bi hwiensi enti sana ya hwehwe o man na abedu sam pepe so enti me mpese me ma awfo no anya akomaseye ye be kan se so mo wonkomo bi di a omne awurade nkwa na ndi but say ye tie ene Ghana pa omoni da so ne say omode omoni beto Ghana so say Ghana bitu ana mo papa bia na onye no kre enye no kre because se mrahye bedwani kura na ono ohwere ne nkwa ebesi nne
say 5 years
ya tutu na jeje musa you know a hona problem no
serious serious
se ohwe kwan a nipa binim abrabo atochim na atosin esan nipa binim bu a ebebu nipa bi mebre bi atwam ekoya sa nkofuko no kra no enam sa opposite bambo enam Ghana hade then we have a problem so ohwe say na NCA for ntimi ni NMC for nkambom na aba so anopa adwada ekosi dwada no ye chanti sika na ye fisika na ye check kwa e fa so twasika so clearly we need the entire
onu so be I don't know ye be kasa bebre but emra na nye
it na me pese ye be ko ho aka
because esa na ye say
o hawfo no
ana say wa kra so o hawo but so no o hawfo no na emra na nye adwuma
se bibia no ye de obi kotua adwumako bia no a so ye mfom so a ye nka nipa na asem ho ne ye de akɔhye aban debia no ade ese me na me ye na ma ye mfom so no na me ma pia koto MPP na NDC so me nya de koto sa honom na me ma twem ho akotena baabi nti na ye guso MPP NDC
ayi documentary wo Joy News about ahanya documentary but am say ayi owura Ricketts Kweku Hagen
Ricketts Kepus
and omo I said demonstration but omo ye bibi about Yurata Mills library
no
ache 5 years in open year so reporter Mr. Richard Kwejunyako and obusa say na there na mo ye e ho de answer na mo ni no say aban na wo say like e de ye kire just me hunu de ye kire so man na aban hey edi o na ayi de bia ya wo ka na me wo ho na me say ya obi ka ne bibia enshona no wonyina so nti a wo kasa hwe corona ya ye ka ho asem wo party bia na ekokọ so chese ba akokora ni ho hye mass me kware on say normally say omo nhya wo se dan ha na say no wa hye de bi edu aduane ne ade no na wan hye we de ekora o
no but say covid kware to adwum Ghana ha sankomo no ye betima koso aka but to adwum me kwa me be da o ma se say omo tima control o ma na o ma ko omo afiam de ye mabuzu de bia da me ne easily go aproboy eti afia hodo de emu ye mabuzu we de ne ye party se de ebufa so but covid is say de enyaika de aposifo no ne mpemfo ya de say beaches ne de omo nya adaje ko jejina beaches ne dodo na no enya adaje ko de enfa na sa for now
because mo hunu say bi because how dey mo nteme nko ho ba bia yi Ghana temamfo no ko ho na mo ko show off ni wa mpanimfo bi ho no mo ya de no de mo nteme nka ade bi ho a enye fe ade ye nyina na ye boa na ya so ya pe solution na wo hu say o man hene ya de no o man de o ntime nkoka but e bia hu say makafu ya dia ono de oni ba bia nti no ono ho de o mbetimi akọ ya say nyefe nti na obi afam ra na hye ne nsem obi ya de ope no
okay so
no kura no nya di ne enko ya nim ne nya akasa bebre ne book long no ye be chechire bebre eno ehu hia wo miemwa na yare no wo pane na nche say ko penifo mu nim di na mu bu mra no so na nya wani mu ya de yare ye be ko there's a mo say case na ba fom ti mo say atumani esa pija mo na mo nyini etimi cheche mo mo mi ahwe ahu ye wa ye sere mo
okay so if you ban contact to kasa say there so jan man kasa na se nya brea no sa no nsi e kofa kasa bo no na eye no nsi e chi no e de ahosepani ago kansi ni afisem atu so e de ama
na ahosepani
Tuesday and Tuesday fe unu se ko yam se Monday
we lucky eno a ode do ho homoje kasa na kasa Saturday and Tuesday
Daily Graphic they shout any must calm down agencies probe cause of dead fishes a fish I tell dolphins at the Danny man say e wa am say EPA dwumayefo so ana etu anamo aye hwehwemu de ntiasa fish akasi tell etimi ewu dada say me hwehwemu no moye make her life national treasure veteran artist ana akase center spread of the Daily Graphic was 300,000 COVID-19 vaccines arrived this week. President Akufo-Addo and I did say in same way Edia to the Daily Graphic
Ghanaian Times the Bokrata ne dia ono so no pa dia ba somewhere eya mera ho a weekend mu nyina na boy ni mo ha nkora nkuma 16-17 Felix Nyako wonya 16 years and afa Nicholas Kenny ono so nya 17 a wo akum 10-year-old boy was a tragedy at Kaswa. 2 teenagers murdered 10-year-old allegedly for money ritual. Inti ehun asam nsuni a wo egu enimo eha saa fish akese ye oman aka opepa kura no mu. Mame concern for from na Rastafarian student drags at Chimota school to court. Na cha say Child Rights International for and wo di wo manimu na wo de akoko to say your right to say was so esua ade pay 17 so yensu monchimon kanam ni ade no sewage system penifo say wo mo ba betre mo my gan and as encry Ghanaian Times the bokrata no eni ehwenkura no grandkit wa hwe nim 16-17 o matumi akum 10-year-old boy wo kasoa o mo foni na dan mu hana
The new crusading guide any man say government secures more vaccines to protect Ghanaians against COVID-19, Health Minister Nimfonyini Ewanum say Iraj Mamenu. And collaborate, don't compete. Tiwala boss tells young entrepreneurs. Enim House NLA staff, Union and Association of Lotto Marketing Companies support reforms. And Enim House new crusading guide conduct assessment on cars plying our roads. Utumfo and Adato area Kwesiama. Weekend me who say Easter break no transport minister era police superintendent Alexander Obeng ana maami or road safety omakabo mo mufitin kran kwa probo akopia santimantem esa ba omachi ti edibesia no say
daily guide dia no enso snakes wo mo ye nsakraye wo mo no sika wo ma save 246 million Ghana cedis ho asem president urged to promote herbal medicine ukope 6 nso a ewo ho Ghana for no adefo sa fish kase agese be he yesi ya rush wo ho pa ho asem nso NDC civil war rages no so ukope 3 a the bokrata no so e de aba daily guide amane bo ano pa nso e de ba ye no
Yerisi ano yakofa kase bo na no achi mamenka o se koma hodo ni nana ebe didi so kama de ma yakwaba
Midi afia amankwa tamaklo nya breneti se den sam no enchiremu ankasa etie enipa bia yesusuo se won ye galamsey ewo nsara ewo akontomra mansin mu ne mansin krache pani a owo mansin mu wakoto ade ahya no so asisi akwan eno na nam so ma posifo ekọ hokobo ban ene etuo akasa mabako ne nan na esi fom no de na me amamu tetie ni emudu nso ya kire won adom kase etoso
aposifo ekoduru nsara wo akontomra mansin mu a na wone galamsey fo wo honom ade asi ani atututui abranti anidin ene anane a wadi mfie aduasa mienu die etuo ni bi ebo ne namu ema wana otu galamsey ewo Tano River ne so no wani bri yie pa na we nam so ema wode ebufuo efe tuo ne nsekan ekọ DCE a ne din ene yosen amo a efie se DCE wo ho kwan se wotu efomagude ewo ho esansa na nanom bi ewo ho nom no watwe sika amomo ama omo nso amomo eho kwan se obetimi atu efomagude ewo ho ne senti wonte ase se DCE ekofa aposifo yi ene omo ede ebesi ani ewo ho nom Adom kase enya DC yosen amwa ene no kasa nsem yi enchemu bia wodan ne di eni
ekwan bia menua ye befa so a omo eba me fie ha me wo omo pictures omo ba se akomo ba bekumi no yenso ekwan bia efa so ebetu omo so sa no ne ya che omo no befa so atu omo
Mensi crash pani yo wa samanka si ora sethodro se ne de onyi asembia no sesi efa de nananom atankonya wa samanka si eka adigu no so ansampo na MC beba be kasa no na wo kire mu se nananom afiase akura gunsa e kire se MC nyame anim omuade Adom kase etwa so
Sadie edikan abeda di se eye ahemfo asamankase de wonsem bi atudwa se MC yo honom ani din ene setoduro die sesi adawone no enitwa ka biem esanse wo bu omo animtia ena afei enema ahodo bi anka wo hia se obeye ama won kropon no wonye emom nti no nananom empese obehu nanim ahwe nti no Adom kase ebo anan ekọ owura setoduro honom se so Yekobisa no se anu ye bi ewo honom a ode ebema nananom efa ensem ahodo a waka afa ne ho na emom nimsem bi a wokan ye ene se sesi ada woni bibi obeka afa ensem a ekoso no ehu esanse eye ensemone anipa bi mo pese omode eto ne so ewo honom no omode ato ne so dada ne sa nti wono de woni enchemu bi a wode ema Adom kase na emom de opese omanfo ehu ne se wono ene MC a wo honom ena impuntunyuma ahodo esese woka ema ne bremu no wono nko ene betimi aka afei ahobambosem ehye ne nsa ne senti adwadifo bi a wopam omo afri won ba bi a wote no wono nko ene wotumi se obetimi ayesa ade no
ayenkwaso nto akase no so monwura nsam no mo yebekọ asamankase ho ye gina ho abiom na mentebe ho asibia unity wo ho den ama adehye bi abopini asamankase police station ni nyina ne se wo mo ehia tentene ne de mata si droba a ne din de ya George wanya mfinhye aduasa miensa aposifo anase military fotuo akano
Asrafo ene forestry commission for eka won ho eboma ene wo asamankese na wode emlika tentem bi ede egu eyetimbaka ebiso na we nenam so ema etututuo ekosi mu a abrantie bi a wodi mfie aduasa miensa wo ye taxi driver ya George sesei etuo ni bi aka no ama na hwe ne nkwa na enam sa asemi so ama omanfo wo asamankese ebu afuyie pa womo nso ede asemi ekodru posi bi aye nanso ensem bi a esisi ye ene se eye ekwan ana ahyen efa so ewo asamankese woni de wode eniema esisi ekwan no efri adasu ede ko asamankese a na wotwemu se wombu afuyie ne senti wo ma ehyen biara entwem
ahomatin yenua baako alodu enua ode ko enkran beye 2 am Lord ni betwemu ewe asamankese ena taxi no taxi driver no eni lodura no e di taxi e di akiri a omode kwa akra omutu asamankese bari aho na forestry car enya forestry car private car sasa car basi assemble car efi adesu assemble car informant baako eni soldier fo mienu HSC load no enti omudu taxi driver no ho ena soldier ni yi tuo ena ogbo taxi no
ayento aso ye call from plains north na eho na babetu dwase emprewani sensesi a amanemu so ewo ho my Ghana emu no wo mo eye district a wonto so emienu enkwada dodo no anso wo mo eja school kro na district girl child coordinator ya wash health so and den semi etudwa
girl child coordinator for health Patricia Monepo edi ensembi tudwa ewo donko kromu no ena wodi tudwa se emayu dodo na ena wonum anyinsen ya ede ohaw ababeto apomuden adwumayefo a wonom ewo kwawu Afram Plains North so ya wodi tu dwa se osusu ye pa se ebra COVID-19 yare no etu etise ewa afi mu ye nam so ema aban ehye se nkoda nyina entena fie no eka ho bi ana ama nkoda yi etimi anyinsensa
we wanyinsen de jai enye easy ewo popa na se na mekan no ne ya se fimpa no se a ye dwin se sa niam no bekoso wo basic eye JHS primary ni JHS nanso se di akotene pa wo SHS me no koye mami a kire se omu de omu asia niam bebre akwanim bebre achen JHS fo nanso se ano eho COVID-19 adawromante eho na eba mean to me my percentage kire se day in day out no result base school way obianyem aha obianyem efa hin ko se hin
Emase bidani a wogina ma wonom a wo Afram Plains North Betty Crosby Mensa ede efutu ema wonom a wote abaton pesua no so honum nyina se wono dododo won ho ode sanse mitu dwa ewa abra ode eniama bi ekokoye ema wonom ewo mensini nim honom adoye
ayamboaboa ye ho na yenya gidie wo kuro na yetimu me wo gidie se ya anguso antwetwa ye ho anase ne ye wo gidie wo ye ho a Afram Plains ebeba ye baabi a yamba abegie di na ababaye krabe
District Girl Child
Ekuo wafra won ho people of Nzema ewo Nzemamle ewo Western region ene womo efre Ghana Council Curriculum and Assessment for eye book the title ye Golden History of Ghana ashukufo wo class 6 won ene esua no ene manimi ya wo meyin free office a book no de ka efa kane ya mampani Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ho no entwa ye Adom kase etwaso
Enkofuku a wofra won ho se people of Nzema aye nsentwefo nhyiemu a wodi nsem bi ato naka adwumayekuo animu se eye enwoma a ewo adwaman so a wofra no Golden History a eka Ghana abakwasem a eye esukufo a wowo class 6 ena edusua de no ebe yanka wonya hu bibi na wonyi mfiri hon mokra ansa na emofrei bebre na ede esua de wodi nsem yi atudwa ede enkyeremu bi eka ho se ensem bi a ewo sa enwoma nim no eka setia Ghana mampanyi dada woje Ghana fa ahudi esi honom eye Kwame Nkrumah wona wo firi Nzema no ensem a woka ne se egu papa hu fi ne sa enti wonyi sa enwoma no emfiri adwaman so animu ya ebra wo ye sa nhyiemu yi opanna wodi won'anim a wone Adom kase ekasaye ene Lord Kujo na wodi nkyeremu atudwa ene wodi nsem bi eka ho se
ye hwemu pa anye Nzemafo nko akon ayo my Ghana anyina na wase ye de ntasi okoko ache ye ni so ade kire adia esanse entro wadwa no se yanhwe amana ntwe ansan a wade papa mu kase pa ana de ba o my Ghana mu
afei Ghana mampanyi dada ebusia mu wona busia panyi enso akasa afasa nsemi ho na nsem bia wo kan ye eni
kuna watwa no ho Ghana ana man na mati se pese mu brother Kwame Dr. Kwame Nkrumah
yere kase ni ewie dia oso for her transport so kwaku ofori asiama edi ya wo ni mu ewo afia hyase January to February enkwada womo ahwe womo enkwa anase ka nkwanhia de adehye ekọ nananomo ewon se do no 517 bosumi mienu pe no nkwanhia sie nipa ewuo ekọ ani dodo Adom kase etwaso
Minister of Transport Kwaku Oforiasiama ene ahyenkafo ene wonom a ofaka akwan so edi nkita ho wa bra wonom eda afi Easter Road Safety Campaign no adi ewo Lendador Rest Shop no ena soafo yi edi tu dwa se efri January ene February bosome ni mu nko ano enkwanhia esiye no enipa hanum ene dunson ena wonom ehwere wonom enkwa Oto aso se ne senti no National Road Safety Authority any Motor Traffic and Transport Department for aka won ho abomu a June bisome ewa afiye mu no wono medin hihye bebrebe gu akwan mu se ne be ya kan kwanhia esi ewa akwan so ema nkofo ehwere wono mu nkwa no watumi aso ano Engineer May Obriabua and your opinion, what the National Road Safety Authority ano. Now, no sweated to Ashenkafu, Nina, and say, road signs are what do I see a quansono, one in Niso, as I say, and no any bit me a bois, ama one met me a could do, be a warnum aircono, ever assume dream.
Yo, Kakra, a break a clear, send your friends, see what you can do. And say, no, be able to say, if you will road accident. It's national, any police for and then any play was this agreement. I'm president can say, my yet celebrations now, yeah, yeah, now so suffering to move to buy. If I say, yeah, to pine and run and Dahoma road transport will be a district. You can say your work from Indiana. Sit down.
Yenya no so na Adom TV Badwam kase ene bena no pay yebo ano bro no yem fancy ha medrase so je breshe bie midi afia amankwa atamaklo ye ko agudie mo nsam Professor EK Wallace etwaso.
Enti nese Spain Mountain so ne kopi mo eno no nese Barcelona for mama for debate brutal. Ya ba UEFA Champions League anyame adoma matches na etian san to so one interrupted. Manchester City eton sada Fred Dortmund no ma Chelsea kan Real Madrid and Liverpool and they are cancel the betian san pem so mesrew and share was 94.7 FM tactical board no. Coach Isaac Adade Pele Boateng de Munchechim be betian saba or her tactics Real Madrid betian deploy against Liverpool na Ebenika na so Manchester City against Dortmund and also Air Kensi ba ko Ebenika nyame adoma na nyumre so e be side live commentary no etian san peso de amount na phone so na nyama ebesi akọ ewo UEFA Champions League matches and also etian san to film mu afi yentin to mu ewo Ghana nkomum dia amanfo be ka na senten be ka che se Ghana referees be eton san from se omonkudi Kensi wa Africa omugina Kensi nim sa na Ghana referee tim san pa se no subriu se komu se ohwese na Mexico so se stamina na chinu bintimi nkyere ana referee etwahwe wo sa Kensi ma hwemu ne sena hyene sikwa entian ma awiepa Charles Bulu ene Ghana referee ekoba se collapse wa Kensi kese etin sa to dwanim na ohwese na hyene Asia koso no dia na se GFA referees manager Alex Cote ede ne nkomo etin sa Jesse Charles Bulu ohwese na ma Asia koso na nanka risk kese pa sen ko betimi ahwere ne kra ewo eye match nanka ebetia san to dwanim so nyame na fafie eboa masa AFCON 2021 qualifiers wotimi ekogina Musa Center ref no wotimi efa de TDD mu Charles Bulu ohwese na Messi koso as African Nations qualifiers no na Ivory Coast ene Ethiopia and say Ethiopia for and this Kensi kese ni Etian Santuja na ohwese na Kensi ni Asia koya na so mu hyede hu ne ya and now so much Charles Bulu kra no ana ka ohwese na hyene se kwa fourth official okogina ma wodi center ref no mu Alex Cote referees manager de Ghana Football Association odi akom ene mu chiremu ejai.
Yeah, and I believe that even at the hospital, the doctors would also even have to give a report about him, you know. And so I don't think that is a risk at all. I mean, these are things that happen in association sports. You understand? And football is not an exception.
And the GFA referees manager Alex Cote and attending council didn't come 8 years Jai Fasten and Yamasi Koye at the match as Bulu say Ekoba send who twins and Tono Kurana as a doctors no as under report 8 years by not Nintia Ekoba to Trashino or more Edimunche Chimutian Saba Sekoba soon twin to Susia Kensi Bundia or Maman Dinesiwa Nemo say Nyama Anna Etuchima Nase Winya Bina so Bobone Betia Buana or Mehe Amanetian Santos View. If you are the near Chimu Wye no a youth employment agency ana a share boss nyame adoma ka covid nim no plus bia almost ebo modern kibetian samu gwete kakra de bomata so ama nyama etia kuyi e dia mom ehwema ensa kan je se athlete e bi ensa kan skani bi e bi nso ensa an kan skani bi under honorable Azekwame Asiama ni afena honorable Mustafa Yusuf enso abedu a ono so hwenim se kwabia so betian sanboa na sa anomalist etian san pp mu e wa yie project no ho obiya nsa etian san kan de me no ka say de aban enam minister for youth and sports so de betu ya so hwe se na hyani si koso na se omo e de why support no for 1000 athletes no 18 years abeto so na kom ene mu kiremu ne Sergio Manuchu edodo mu no ne sakan ni
employment agency ena fe national sports authority no akoben kromu a afi etwa mu sika potene ye omo de ma agudifuo apem no omo be hyemu kena na ukoda da animu yi omo si nkonwa atratremu so be kai ne yi pa bosomi nsia ena agudifuo apem aban tisi ho se isan yade kodiewo corona ya abaninti busumi biemu 500 cities ode manipa ba ko bia se ne be ya ebeti omo brasu bi ebre omo twato ho no aso nti mpenifuo ahye se omo be hyemu kena se ne be ya bosomi nsia ntamu agudifuo yi be sa te ho mfaso.
Ntine senia ba no Youth Employment Agency Aisha Ministry of Youth and Sports asena na akopim se nei abanche sen kan 500 Ghana cedis and kedema athlete no oma tumu nchene ehwe nim se obi abeje 1000 Ghana cedis atun sampas kano ebe kosro pa e dia ma athlete a omo ginam ekonkodende de pija Ghana frank ne gina kunkun e mamafo be ka biwa esa fi twem no athlete bi ha omo complain se omo sanka sika no ade chia esan tete omo taxes bi ngetengeten e wo office so a omo gidi pass enya dia etwa kwan mu anase fa kwan mu anti omo ayenti omo de emfa mo ma ye confirm omo eyo interviews akese e best empemfo a ewo Youth Employment Agency na kasese obetu asankofo isika dia mom na etu akotwe bebia da enye sa pade a west na Mexico so honorable aye Mustafa Yusuf bohwe na wabwa ama nyama tia ku enye sa dia atleast bebre na ana complain say omonsa anka sa isika no but if you on fa ni kire mu enwo kra fom dia na say hooliganism etutu asem sa manfo famra na shom sem renity say agbaleka kru no ewa yago maso no ade kwa na ekosoro ewo se na nhye city na nyanika na coach Bashe Hayford ono kita Legon City bobuko no ehwabo atentene ama ne matia koyi sa timi afa coaches bebre sem but under Bashe Hayford ne de otim sampa niama stabilize awbohwe nim se niama betia koyi dia mom but wodi ne komo otu ensan toja efa 8 venues a yede ebo matches no ugidi pass wodi wani timi ensan che ba bia ehwehwe ya friend say intimidation ebo hu ehye hu ewo dwumadi a bedima eno so ha dwene pa ewo hyehya hodo a eya wo edi ewo Ghana Premier League nim
na wotwe ye enkuku a Legon Cities ekodi no brokum Chelsea nsano ninti we ya matrene de maboboko no woda wona owura Bashe Hayford kire se wobesire GF kuo no na nka won pa akuprama hodo nwotwe se na be ya no bebua boboko ahodo yi no madi agro wo so no hu se no bebua na kitafo a amode wo nsa keka nkofo akuprama hodo no so no eno atu betwa.
I wish and I've proposed that they pick about 8 league centers and then they draw the fixtures. Whichever area you have to go and play, you play. You pick the stadium. Well, listen, you go there, the environment. Why is it that people play, say, oh, the environment, the conditions, very good for association football. Is it also good for association football here? That is what our worry. And I cannot keep quiet as an experienced coach like me because we are spoiling the Ghana football.
Papa ya sanso kire se aka omukosi na na obrekum park no so no na nka omu ninguku demom omukọje omahome ya omupa no achitafo no kokwa omde ball referees no eno na ball mu hu a ombepa omoto atena no papa ogina mu to ayedem no anye.
They were intimidated. Now they are the tunnel. They told them that if even one of them chased them to this, I was not even chasing him into the room, telling him if they should lose, they will beat him like the one Manafo something. Yeah. And so that one Manafo, the referee doesn't want to also be beaten like what. So he was scared. And look at what happened. Now what happened to everybody saw it. Sure. People have been calling. They saw it live. Sure. Everybody was looking. What happened to that last goal that he didn't take? You see, these are some of the things that happen in Ghana football. If you were a coach, you really don't know whether you are going forward or you are going back. You prepare your team and you come forward and the referee robs you. And then they tell you they will beat you like Omanasofo. They will beat you like Omanasofo and so on.
So Lagos City felt threatened.
Yes,
in this game.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
Until Western in Mexico, Sharon Bolton, or referee is the only person who robs you and then gets a police escort. We na police assignment escort come no the coffee referees. They are the only people Bolton and the cancer come with the chairman maybe Tremo Brunfita, Nampany and Paris and the Asia Cosa, a bull referees, the woman of my as a bull referees no na enyasem ketwakwa rosem kese panteni sa ehunibi ana Legon City for the akensi quarter times no so your boss referee ni hu ekoba say Legon City for the intro and na coach Bashe Hayford, one of the most experienced Ghanaian referees ana ono so dem komo 18 ejai na all counters and the Mexico no gidi pass enya dia ekuyeka we referee and say we coach na say how be eto a na prepare with team and team say ukwadwa ana say ukọ ata dem ni tume sebo kra na ekuma se krobia asan tekoroko womo any 11 wonders and dia akensi ne boso 90 minutes of soccer fiesta na a stalemate so what football mo te say be a stalemate na so ho boti fen crawl a draw and it means PM na e pese e de brofo hwehwe nti and ya kind of stalemate and a PM a 1-1 and a 18-2 dwa o sa kenze kesi it means 2 dwanim na ukuma Mariano Barreto professor one time na on the big the senior national soccer team Blasters of Ghana Nyakwenya e coach Ghana under 23 team no kra me no e ka say wono and the first game with means board ma kotoko no and a queer draw no say e na rehopa say okunya sa draw no sense na ni abre so between victory e won hihia odidiem na me adoma mrepem no Mariano Barreto with the records between sa abre so between kotoko akọ na okunim di ma na say woroko e bo sha asase no munu so no e mere ne krabe na between sa che but after the game no Mariano Barreto nkomoni
We lost 2 points. It's a match we should win because this was for what we are working since the beginning of the week. We start very well. We make a lot of pressure. We won many balls in the 11th Wonders midfield and we score a goal. During 20 minutes, Kotoko replays as we talk and we prepared, but after that suddenly we start making long passes and long balls and becomes a very confused match, confused game. And 11th Wonders, they start to believe that they was able to make problems because still there we didn't give any chance for them. So after 20 minutes the game changed and it's become a different game. It's a very anarchic game also. My players stop making pressure. We come down, come back. Our midfield was very poor and we make a lot of mistakes, losing balls, and the worst is not fighting to recover the balls. And this gives confidence for the 11th Wonders. And with one hard mistakes, we lost the ball in front of our box. It's a corner, and after we take the ball.
Enti nese ne ba no Mariano Barreto me ka chewe se so starting game na se ekonwene se pe hu na ninkosua biom obehye dark sa akozi se kotoko bepam no obo dark pa dark sa onye hu na ninkosua tiere na wo hu se na ne mesi ko so ka so pe life sa na o ma ade apam no kofi na me adoma no so nko ba chiri na fe hu se na ma ebisi akọ ba hye no so ma me se kotoko na ne 11 Wonders ebo 1-1 Barreto first game a boy no na me adoma hye mo ready so a me bon komomo Adiana emereni so akakuma bisa no manu mutimi fa mpraprachi ne yanko yewusina nyama ebisi akọ medi eso han na chene so ma me se Gama na Dama ona poso atena na edema kotoko o sa kense kesi etin sa to gente Fabio Gama the first Brazilian goal o she edema kotoko eno no chene so ma me se boafo heba ede boafo ointment na afi boafo capsules na ba on set me kan ointment bia faster star waposo na waposo sisi jonku widi emba bia odi ya bia betia akọ na aboa ma pomodon semetia to yede ma na afi capsules no so mmene bi na mwa pomodon sem so enyina pinkin eno pon 1xbet. I've always told you that betting is better than sakawa. Bet dey twa ne kuma bia di ne kuma sa no manum twa ne befu a na di ne befu ntim sew wo ska bia ho ha fa ne na guso e twa ne befu na di ne befu ne mu bet di we ya ti ya fa dwene kakra to honya sade a twa ne kwase amuli a waso be shi bruta but e bet dia 1xbet ho komo ana me edi ejawe we mu ene sponsors ne tuturu to ne twetwe twa mo ta chire boae Amen. No penso dia o kensi on sempa sakan on a wonderful Easter Tuesday yede April hard working Sergio Manuchu speedy recovery and enkoma we bia obia afu be campado presse ene o mawo e directing mu amoboama in terms of direction ma kuye so metu che de mamu afi wonderful camera guy ono so etiensa boy e de menko a metum be sniper abempen so yi ono so ayade pa cinemus osmosis na afi ko Esther mo from make down to make up ono so e omadwuma kama e ma niam etia kokoyie kama within the Professor Yike Wallace, I could catch back up. The only nomenclature the professors gain in sports, the Al-Regina Wallace. You near woo and the general, of course, evidence-based presentation. It's Mijao. Then on Coffee Park, to tattoo El Cofodia. Coffee Park, Ra as a brew, El Papa. Na anopay, Jew2, El Babia Obia, and the Coffee Park, to tattoo, Jew2, El Babia Obia. Now, feel so she shall do. I can never stand there, bro. The act of being a good guest is to now to say goodbye.
Medase mesamo akwa baby me Adom TV afisem na uguso a o hwa no nyame hwa momro Facebook na de adu so no e wo so ba time bia yam hyehye no e ma ne ma efise de wiase akwa akoduro no aye hu obeyo wo famu de so ba time wo fie na nkura no pia akwa abonten no de no wo mo kofa namfo ben wo no wo mo ekọ said weekend na rafo sam no esi ye wo kaso no ye ba bedi mu enkomo ye ba befre Kofi Agye na ya hwede akwa akosie akora 16 years de adwene be na beba otirimu say ye plan se ye kwa kokum obi ne enya sika akora 17 years unya 18 o tin no ho na wo nyini ba 16 years about me enya sa adwene we de enya normal akora me enko Kofi Agye ho fi so na boy sa amane no ya tedada ya ntwaso Kofi anopai ya muache
mejoso afia
kaso kro be pa na sa nyamran semi ekoso
kaso lamte no awo bomu road du kaso na obomu de kwan afaso otumi fasa akwan so be pie mu amasaman sa bia ho
okay
na sa ho semi etumi sia
Kofi twa ye homfoni kaso lamte na hot say
oh I hope bia hono community bia hono correct as hono develop fine anya say bia new site nko bia hono mu a amount 42 hwa area no area bia ho develop area amount 40 so hwa community na ade ache develop da edino ngompo se abampo akwala witimi ya na hono nso ya bia hono kran se da nya bia sebisebi beka se kaswa abonefogu hono ya bia hono ekupa bol salam te ona hono ya bia ho ya kupa
okay
basa bia nta nkoso hono mkra
we
first time krana sa basa bi si etimiesi wo sam patamo
Kofi mpacho we ye ni brief maye ye ne summarize ade ni nyina maye bi afei na obi tie meka ho asem wo pese wote de course bode tofa maye ede ne si na no memenda anopa no nkono ho
de si na se da no memenda na bobe dubako no dubako ana emamu amaku mienu bako emamu mienu Felix Nyako a wanya 16 years ana Nicholas Kini a wanya 17 years na Nicholas idie ono no bi a tamoko school no kwa no ko repeat akwala ba ko e wo school ama namso ama ya chen ama no achi no kwa no mo tete wo san ne nipa bi so akodi bone bi sa nipa kum ye bi ba no nam se no so na police ba se da nya dance e anyina so ntino ayade a oko 2 months pe na omusa eyi ni ba fi enti ono no ankasa no akose saba na se akopi aba 17 year old boy no enti ono no after the record okuta no amantemu no nsedanya record papa na de ko ba ne se na joda ansana ne ko sia da be no na mo voje so na mantemu no kase enche bi oba hiti ono so sika be ba na sika ba obetoka na ni nyane se o se na se emranti aba ngwalankwala aba frodo ni taka awai bu yo boys chete cars over the demo ntino eno na ono nso ni sa boys ni binam enti ono nso no ni emunya ne se ono nso benya sika na ono nso aba ese ne namfo a omoto o wato cars wo ka so ne mbatamu a omode yakaka bensam a enti eno ana abamu efen Ishmael Mensa a wanya 10 years na abamu ai ono nso ne ba no kaka ofie enti omu bom fie okra fie no fie no nya to nyina ta any company nyina enti akwala wo fie a obo ne game obo ne TV game wa ya to laptop ama na obo game na nyako Felix nyako Isman ni aketo ba ko no kofre ne ba so omu no mmedi agro san so mu nya na di agro because 10 years na we no so 16 years no mu nya to di agro do onye chine dia ana hwa Isman no kwampo a ena so ne ma menza mo bi do aduane obenu abia no ade a Felix nyako eni cha mamu nyina ho if you are no nyina san di dio ma me no de no asam mu bi adi entita oso na so nko fre ne mra no na abamu ya kan Nicholas Isana okuta pinkas edi gina uncomputed building no kona enti abamu ne du ha ana odi pinkas edenchi abamu na pantan odi bo na pantan kikra and the block 5 inches CBS at the Bob and way, a cough Musakala and the Wee, and Yanate, almost at almost cough a month and baby. Baby, Omona Voya, Money, Omanya Sikama Hetia, or Maji Sika do a matter to Castle, a honor Munako, and almost a chair on Omoho, a honor Mukoya, Omanya Sika. Tomukwena upon a chese, Tomukimi Nipa, no more than a badia, or when you nipa no than a waka badia, or between a Yisa Aquano, nor the Asica, do their mom, not the Maya, or what you sika, or more, any above from the chatia, or what you boom boom. Tell no who you may be, and Omukoya, or by a mere penny padiaqua, Omukua, and don't quack around the Fia, or Mutu uncompleted with the normal shell. Ninyana say, and as Omukuna, no part to bear 11. Omuntimva akwana munu vanko framante mu de be se omo yo magisa najo ebo be no ndua na omo ya arrangement na wi na ko fa akwana munu na omo de ahye botom na omo de afaka na omo de kona afi ya omo de afaka yo nyan kama de na omo de nyasika enti enum no ana akwara keto na ko hu okofra akwara na ba no hu action no ana o ka che ne papa se sei ana o se ni nyan no eye de hona papa no so ba ya kwa mi yakon oba obuhu obututu fomu no ze de akwara na hye fomu ana o fe ne ba mu ano Felix nyakon no ana o sa ko fe na dan fo no so o yire wo mto yire wo ma sa no bulu alarm no fe police for bajom enti ni ya se nkola makuma kuma no via 16 17 omuzo mpeso munye sika no mutoka no mudem eno makoku obi ba
enti chese Kofi Felix nyakon se ho ne papa ho
ne papa ho
Felix no na enya se no
16 years
16
yeah
na ade na ha no wo hwe omo ya busia se de sika no opede
Evia meze ubam patamu a na nzendi abayi enkwara kitinkiti 16 17 18 obu abehia na via de wonyi wonu kwa bia 18 years no mo dakam ene obehia mo so ho buka mi no ma mu 3% na ene enyumi tim no mo de ko 3% na ntawe ni got ni wi no na enti enkwara no school bebere jai ko do mo ze no school na kwa wa unye skantem we de haya ofachira ya onye ska Nditenu na asen kwala nukutupana sa Nicholas Monzano on sa boys ni bi nanam sa fraud boys ni taka boys ndinize no asa no so wo hu so mo nya sika ntem to no so fa kwa bia so to mo na tu so mo na chika ne kwan mo fa so mo nya sika sa kwan na so no so fa
ye kunkun krofo ma do ma kwaji sika duro
di na missing child ne missing one ni na nya so mo ira keke
awrade
Ndi obi ba yira ye hwe na ye hu na je se
okoda enti oba time chese maame no we okay et say
maame de esu party because we according to information or bre parents na wonya na akola we enti oni ne ba no ho agro enti akwa ko fie wa na me kan fie no nye fie asabe efie gate da no fie ni nya ton nya tas sika o fie enti akola bi bi ehia akola ni bi ha no the man mama ka the man or bicycle you no oyiba akoma boy no nya kotwi
so de obewo enkura na omumom didi wo fie ho onya bi odi bi koma wo mo no omwa na gange up ama ne baba mu 10 years wotimi akuna ni mu so sei
omwa this if you just road penetration mu we ba san ga say mo tin yajima mu yi Uvri Adom studio across Aqua TV studio. Road keke street keke de chantamu. Ina Felix nyako no so sebi you. Obi na si singing bi asi na taase so. Tun do hwe be o moda bidum kura ni man ko yinti ma me no hu se mun sebi mun ni bi.
Me nya bi wo mo.
Obo mo enti ni chance kura no. Enkura no chance ka na chance wa da bi onu aduane a omudidimbi aje onye wa said that chance ya ma won kaka ndonya yi aduane wi anopo awi anyuma aduane wi abanu abiara no atibia gum no ma be bi o ne mane nyina mu nyina be fi no ne mane nyina mu nyina ato nsa di se because no oska enjo oboa omwa said we here ni ba no no zuma dia na aso ene zo won de ni yo
miti kra me ya me miti manya code at once serious o serious enti enade achi ye ede na ekoso wo ho no ede de ye aside am kra ni mi edu na ya che wo mo no ya site mi achi bi no na because enya prekopia se nkra wa mi enu akeke ede ya Kofo bi hyehyase and one more yes adie no.
I don't know. Is there yes a police for because boy no confirm me say Charles Nyako no catch any papa say na down for say say I know person mo ye no munye sika. Nti on e mo an mu ku akwala no. No mo de na mu na ko framante makoma konvo no. No mo tutu akwala no ho akwa ade ayi sika do ni amam. Nti say anu na police for so metin ye dia chenga kraka na konvo kura saka wapo no ko no ho framante mu no. O metin ya ko ho no ma kwa che no. Na afi omo so na be kan na what start the by me police budget and ya mu do me court of a court na obuzen kwara no tutu ade bat omo do me court
omo so akra wo sha utimi kum ni posa obi en sha wa ha ade no de ya de say ya no so bayi akra wo so o pesika a wonim se wo pesika yetimi kum obi ba utimi dada obi ko frani fie and it's a pink as so say boni trimu the blocks sa ka ho
we are to for my seal.
I said, no.
I said, no. I said,
Radina
so come. I'm a no more to a moon. I said, two boy, no more deco. Hey,
now when I saw my yakure, because a born I just 10 was 11, almost our rangy cast. And cray a wood and cassa. Now, who for the yakra more muffin?
David, Nicholas, only a chino crown.
Me woni video no
ebu bona so ka chawo so no kwaba obo ba beto am
ono de e se ahwe no no ofri
ono so te mantamu a
na busuafo ho eni ese ye keju omu nyina wo ani pa wa tifie
na just school because of nkwala boni semti amko school ani ye yi o madi because amko school adon ba yo school mo no because Nicholas no na me kana wure pu obi awo school compound we get the no chige bi wure pu school wa ana ba ko no so chrono from the school am for the Ghana we are and the 3 years no mu na yi o madi school yo me ko bi anyom
ana omu da so te community mo
omu te community na
ya omu sa because omu ye juvenile sa na ye beka omu sa I'm saying, I was assistant agent in Bachiri. Because them crown on one we are so a ye say, Omu democracy, no more time, no computer, almost time, TikTok, and one more chere. Hey, almost Caswell and Tills.
Well, when you are on to a guy, do more black.
Nebra, ye bring you out much, sorry. Now, obey just seconds. No, I ye come. Hey, what's who near mo?
I don't know, my money. I'm saying, no, Diana, or you can't get here on my changing or not Diana. Yes, sure, so Obama, yeah, Nicholas was a while. No, what dinner? Yeah, you were TV, so. What do you have? No, no, what? Oh, Radina coupon. One day, oh, yeah, crowd, or turning sour soon, you know, send way nipper on your normal. Near me Tinamono. Oh, here total deliverance. And you're normal. Oh, no, be any more. To a kumnifa, Debbie. Bakuna de Uhu Kakraba no crano. Massa. I turn a soon tia. But, Uncle Catcher will say a pesky cocumo bicrano. So ye ni papa would do who so. Oh, Kawan yet. Akwara ketua na Felix Nyako ni nia na chiriba ana ohun ekra angakwara na nge mu asa message chat
enti sa even akra no kra yesuma no kra no sa akra no wo hin sesi a wo se yehwehwe no bi so no so wo hwe ne ma ekoso woni trim ene se Nicholas o se Felix ne family no 16 years akra no ne family ni say no e wo se yenya wo mo ida counselor ebebem and I don't go police station because I don't know, but a new quasi a jana sao, and ya better. I said DC and MC ebemu. Kofu de jina so hu, jina so meba, ma yentie we na yemra sisi jina so mame.
Martin.
Bo game. E wo computer so. Sisi an de akoba ni say, say sebe abatan e wo ha no. Ye be pese obia be so nimbam ye esan said the unfortunate thing that happen here nka nye say ye hu nkwala no e wo crime scene so omo na omo ye ya nka nhwe ne yanka edi eni bekwa akɔhye ebi a ɔhoɔ na ɔmo ne enti ha no sɛ ɔmo na ebi ɔmo di sɛ adwuma yi na ebi a yehu die bekwa akɔba nti fitinde kɔ no yɛbɛpɛ sɛ abatem bia beso ne bamu yie na sɛbe wuhu bibi a yɛ suspicion kakra bi a ma yɛ aso nte na sɛbe yɛntu ho anɔmɔ nti wei na mɛpɛ sɛ mɛka afuto kakra me wɔ no
deɛ ka ne sɛ yɛsrɛ mo de sɛ amode mo ho abɛgye mu yɛsrɛ sɛ mo bɛma ɔmo atumi ɛne ɔmo adi ne yie because mo gya ɔmo a ɛbɛ ha yɛ ɛmi sɛ yɛ adwuma a boys no ɔmo yɛ ɛnti ɛnɛ ne nyankopɔn eyi ɔmo so ahata ɛnti abatan so ɔmo area mo a mesrɛ obi ahwɛ ne bɛyie sɛ de abrante ne nya sɛ nya kukuduro sɛ ɔno kɔ sɛ bɛbie mu a ɔba bɛto ɔmo area ha ne mesrɛ mo aban ma mo ngya asɛm yi mu mo nkyerɛ mo mfa mmranto de ɛteɛ
well we de ya hometesem e ma yenyina me ya hana mete me fie ba ko no ho anti ho na me wona me brother iframe me say bibi esi home fie aha so mo wo no so say one city gram enjoy mo krada me da mom say mo ndam keke for more than 9 years and as I dey esi e ya homete e na ma me no so adensem so no me sister and as me so ato no I'm lost of words. Me to make us. This is make us say, Mr. Why? I'm lost of words.
Adiachi. Adiche bi on mo come karanta Saturdays mo come karanta. Ba your papa ba hachi. Ena ono ane de bia in the 1 week ni de bia na odufo na friend. De di da be na obeba. Ti ni papa be du be sisi ya. Ti wodu ye na ye no ye 18 na nyina ye no mu ye. Ti ye no mu ye na me da fam ho ne papa nso akodem. No no so akoyi ni laptop abesi wo a oboni game nti mi ndanu mu anda di afami ti mi da wa na ma wo sani sister pani di mirkaba ma mi say sorry akumi ishimel mi say ishimel ben wo say ishimel mi say dey bi so da ho no mu bo game wo say dey bi o yakum no dem bi mu
nti de course no ye ne nkrofo kasa ya obatan no na da so no on say sometimes ade bi kra hyewa afa na waye ha wa ase untimi nsu untimi nya hwe atɔso ama waye ha ebini obata ohu de wonye because ma bontin su ni obi kra nko me no enye saa na wo a onu didi a okai wo ma obi die no wo mom no wadi na bro kofi wo ahoma ne so
abiamo so
enti ene sese e hot say sese e okofi e hot say
enti am no ka say de omo pa no say emrante do mo kokot le jelum yes adia si jamrante no go he boys no na do adia bu amamu an se esi anopa be anopa wi 11 mo no bia asemrante no nyina ko ekom adwuma bia do na ko na ka ma asanka nanka esi kama emrante wo bia o ka boys no ganga police from ganga mu nyawo ka ba de tan ko mo so ayo ndo mayom tanzam mrante ne ba no mu kwa ko police station ka police woni boys no nanta omo so ncho mi bi kakra bi nisi ano de mo hwa ane se atante ne ba yadwuma kenei na police boys so ndo me court enti ya ho bwana ya court na fu ya kwa ko di akiri na ya fu ba bi aso ko he papa na okasa last ne kwa ona di fie na mom no o di fie na ma sa feles nya ko ne papa sa se sabi e bi no and mun ja 10 years muti da mu fudi no me sister ba ana ma sa kun tu de boni an kwala la di enu o wiram bi ono di anema odi na wasa ma o dan team 10 years na o kuni ba it tells you that kwala ni week do rough
pa ya ka se trenya bofre ki papa mu hwe kura ansan wo ka o ma ba no ho se ne ba wa ka o mu ho aba ne se ne ba ofi
no mu nya mo temantam just a quite a cantam ne bra ama odan mutin 10 years ni nti adan ka
kofi dia se wa kan ye kokot ye nkotie we rum se o mu di ne ntam hyew enye ajon bia fast ne ye di ne ntam ne ehunu de ekro emra ne nkasa enye adwuma ma me hyeden oni abusua no na ye nya akono mawrade obe ne kama oni birim kofi ada se papa ahefo yemfa enkomo we no ensi ha de edu so no ye mpensempensemu omahine kwabna santini crew na yekrado midi de afia amankwa tamaklo edase
Well, Yasaba, ya to edge media so as you know, couldn't pay pija mu and say, Yemfa Aseda Sonko Emma, Numekui, one other woman as Sankomo, dear bro. St. Andrews College of Healthcare, one or boy, a seminar say, and no one titia in female no one nurse in Jumenum, na chese, also to my bonting, now Abesum, oh my God, what's no Opote Muso come. Once I walk. College of Remedial School, and as what's on social now, I seem to have no. Now, no man, uncle taught him. Ubetimi abetro, honum chair, no deck in social no honum, or more hostel. I only discharge my cassia way. And where you want to come at any was, Sesha Samuel Sumancasi, my sinful Mature St. Andrews College of Remedial School. For one was 0244696911 and 0207891004. No etimene one etimedi enkita ho bio CD ointment and CD capsules my body natural but bribia there say because kayo the NTS say otimidi di djuma kwanso nkoso ointment in there ya ne say eboa na wapo no wapo so ayo ya na afi ohunam duan so ayo hodwe tutu no so no eyi sa ha no afio no capsules in there ne say was an immune booster mo ahoden so nkoko abetimidi di djuma for the day one day ewo Lashibi Shalom Sport, 19 Junction. The mode when it's your Kaishi Druglin, Equus Pharmacy, Gapson Pharmacy, Kofodia, Danny Herbal, Kumasi, Ashtown, Anafi, Pharmacy, in the drugstore, the herbal shops, I will do in also, Unyebi, El Honum. The crack across your hometown engine, Senabe Joshua, and Old Church, 6 Stars Pharmacy. One is Municipal Assembly, Eshenim. Or from 02003429888 and 02061. 06799 na watimi ne wona kasa dwumadi a wono di ni se one day hometown agency abadwa so said ye be ya ene cancer ya de ahodo bebrebe ni nyina no obetimi di kasi no kwan kransa na ya de eni enye papa yetima be di unya eno achi so no you improve your blood sugar levels na fi o function of the lungs no lungs no hometown agency so be bo kwanso nkoso the crack na say boost your immune system. Enti sa enyumekowi one adarama on a Monday to Friday yade impensemu segment no yade bro. Anthony Nukpenu atenase he needs no introduction. Anthony Nukpenu de e kan na say we so tia say okọ NDC mo Greater Accra hanim sia. Ono eka impemfo a ono som party no e Greater Accra and they do about to ne nkrabata ne tre we want to copy or mimi krum afo minim dio no Greater Accra ni no oye o mimi krum afo but the baka copy or because Eriko Poku honorable and a Collins down that ho na for sa pekras obi rush bim ahwe so betima GGB so akaka ho nti o ha he be din komo and what is menu on komo etedi ba ha de bia on tv kan sa waroti sa pepe so na hwe nim say alote Jacob so ba ka yensa. But quick one, Afuna Yachiamo, Ahimani Ahimfamo, Afuna, and a Payachiamo, Yanfo, and Totroso, Omina for ne, Kenya 1 and 2, Bechimni Dia and Quanta, Munina Yachiamo, Quanson Coso, Sanso, the Yakai said, Moncosuma, Impuntu, near Do, any Nigenia or Castro, Cocra, and Kanya Mum, the entire George Boachi. Regional Minister for Fraud for the entire Chio Kwanso Koso na inkunimdi ntimi nye dia nti Regional Minister so wafo Era George Boache onso amu akwaba no ese odi dwuma ese fata na otimi di nkabom ni mpuntu ne kanko titru sankore basabasa ya TCC honom no wo hwe na ka ho asem ma bibia timi to boko na odi mpuntu ba ahafo ene ahafo emmantem na afọ manso yenti asese yede kroye ebetimi apiem akọ eye nkanti mehima ba akọpẹ edutwumu amosa anapai. Good morning to you. Quickly be fra afọ dia member na membeda a nurse for so mo kolebu Charles Children's Department menda ona say teacher is it Mama Dorothy only penye or yes if I got it right. Mo so mo bom homodin in the midst of all the challenges mo bom homodin plaster home komo, gloves home komo, to mention a few challenges I don't know more come through but nina no mojina brand say mo kwama mofra say one ye dim titio for one apom de won sem no e betimi akonkan nti anopai wa wo hwe bia no wo tom krama kolebu CEO na ene board mpem wo se omfo mo ni nkyere kwada ya resabia on children's department on no na ommo adwumayefo a wono ho no so wono mbo na baso in the midst of challenges the edikan some of the observations dan kolebu na nkasa the makacho that I say kolebu na nkasa here a total overhaul, not in terms of personalities, but in terms of structure. No, painting, the cracks, be a wall, honey defects, be no. Kolebu, as I saw much one more. We outside now, inside national, our home team, baby, I Jones so, ne baby, sebi, nature's corners, and no money in a ye digimo on them, no, and also ask if him and Kola water the enka should be something nice and refreshing, but it will be the who on anodano is really not refreshing at all. Here. Ma we ade no kra we ade no kra no eno so ho nsam timi kwa bibia e wo honom afen so yeda yenka ye mofra no mpaibom evise enye easy mofra dodo na de yakohu na no memenda we through asafo am wo apostolic empowerment ministry also paying salasia da na da no makohu children's department to kolebu no e kyerese onyame ne ye mu bia di ni yi ti yenka ye mane na nanom so a woni gu ye kolebu children's department say in cash, in kind, in prayer. Omo here bibia ni ho isama omo. Bibia they will be okay with it. Say sika okutua no yi awofo ni bi ni omo ma every hospital or say aduane a wode kosom omo. Say sika wode ko boa so omo fa nye upkeep wonom no. Ni nyina no wono ebeda waso okwanso nkosukwa. Wo ho a brano as an individual say okosa sa mia ni bi. Wode woni kire mortuary na do ni kire hospital na do ni kire resabia odo now kokwa nkwenshia baby a moto de adi ni pewu and then you begin to understand say you kase ye ko abasisi a na say utimi koba it continues not to be a joke adom ene humobroso nkubia eradede afemo nti that's the story but yen shas every in church the hospitals no because what I have seen at Kolebu is so horrible and terrible and moy nyina say kwada kra ward ni a and I'm paying for the and also want some the be at for cry. Look on the cover.
Denia.
Looking good always, but in opposition.
Oba de na dum na humobro. Enu na di eko. Di eba.
E timi ko ya amamu papa bi outim. What's
o man hini. Ka go na sante. O amakai
Ametokwa
na foi.
Yeah.
No bonus.
Yekoya ni
papa bi.
E did me go ya to so ya dom.
Oh. Nyame ene di kan.
All right.
Abano but oye de obetimi aye but enso eni.
Okay.
Enso eni.
Okay.
Obetimi aye senior gidi agana fo nya omumu na ni omuko idie. Enso eni.
When was the last time I went to hospital be just to either say ukoshe dophobia and now
at least a few we mudie I've not passed any hospital the mechanical as it is I used to go to Tema General Hospital.
As of that time, no matter say
Tema General is one of the most terrible general hospitals I know.
Tema General Hospital.
The most terrible general hospital. This is a hospital out to make call emergency within a twinkle of an eye. One county lifeless bodies on stretcher now any about 5 and sometimes I am shishie 2-3 years ago I lost a loved one there and at the time I didn't call her before I did betching like we try we akata no so the call and at the point me say is it a real emergency or it's just a place you didn't papa so and a safe him we call labor ward. You can't imagine mothers and children just on the floor. I think for now we see new one and that has improved. So I was not a man who was the last time. My penny both them say you will see new one, but from now born up to today there is no action.
That's it.
We now call an action be any baby.
But what would you say we have a challenge with our health sector?
and a major challenge because from here and Cliff, no, we meet Michelle Camp. General Hospital is the only referral center here, and maybe say a referral to General Hospital. People decide to even go home, to die home than to go and die.
So what General Hospital?
Say private hospital be referral say called General Hospital. Nani pano oniko mamua. Obekache na nebusi for say mo fami ko fi mu because kasa about General Hospital e was tema. Enya dia e ayem hihie. A terrible situation and ye hwe nim say a fem na ya bo no will come to life so that it will be my nyina ehu a certain relief in our medics within that enclave. And yes, sir, because we back Bonkataman so you need any proper health facility. Ashama, okay, nya polyclinica, no part of the 15 polyclinics are John Dramani Mahama approved and started in Tiabahono. Ufri Hoana could do Ningo Pram Pram. They are only operating on health centers.
Ningo Pram Pram.
Then Dodo and Obekobinya. Main hospital. I get it. But Ushe Ashama, Michelle Camp, like Monkataman saying, the closest is Tema. So we need a regional hospital even. A hospital that a bit me to say reach. And this always call the new maritime hospital, one of the state of the art. But a honum no. Yeah. Yes. My port clinic. So we need that government regional state-of-the-art facility, a BEMA health delivery, okay. Or that enclave.
Okay, so Mr. Jacobs, you are no more a chairman because you are not part of that party that made you a chairman. I address you as such, Mr. Lotte Jacobs.
Mr. Tony, an organizer is always an organizer.
No, it's not true. When you get out from
No. Nenda who program it will be like Alote versus the NDC.
No, that is not your position.
No, I thought Tuesdays are for Ghana first.
But we're missing a flight, you know.
We're missing a flight in Afa Nupenu on Waka. And I'm a counter. Nupenu is a great friend of mine. Oh, he's a very, very, very close friends. But
amongst the
preaching me against my friend.
But amongst the NDC, because I said Mohamud to me, I said, even when you were there, now Mohamud disagreed to agree. So it is
not in public. Like this, people will say.
But just recently, there was a disagreement on the Kosi saying, Anita the social chief Bani. So what is the big deal?
Ni ufite osa.
Ablovo manje.
So in Central Region, how the Efia one and
Efia is in Western.
So Central Region is what hospital?
Central Region we have Interbetin. That is the regional. It is Cape Coast Teaching Hospital.
Yeah.
We have in Cape Coast we have a lot of clinics, health centers,
trauma center.
Let me say that Cape Coast is well catered for. When you go to Mfantsiman, you have Sopon Hospital, you have Anmabo Health Center.
Is it just the hospital or is it just the real hospital?
Oh no, they are well equipped. As for Central Region, from time immemorial, and the successive governments have helped in ensuring and the Catholics too are very much involved. You go to Iskuma, the biggest hospital there is Catholic. You go to Fosu, the biggest hospital there is Catholic. And
but there's a problem with your health sector.
Well, if there's a problem, then it is the human factor, but not the facilities at the various.
For instance, in Koko, there's a complaint that in Koko government hospital is worse. Sunyani government hospital is worse.
Enyama, what's a Ghana hand? Isu Oshe Yenmun. Oshe the abandonment was ya uchu nazi. But the human the management are all one. They can factor a whole lot of things out. Obotumus are hospital. But they won't do it because of our management. You see, we are doing ourselves. What is it? We neglect a lot of things. But that's because your generation coming in, or they also need that kind of services. And if you are not able to protect equipment, if you don't steal drugs, if you don't present expired drugs, if doctors, I don't think these days we are seeing our doctors being patriotic. But if a doctor should run away from his responsibility, say doctor near there, because he is a specialist, he will make money out of his specialization. Then how do we run our health as a sector? That's the issue.
So in this case, the way out near there?
The way out in there, we all should be patriotic. We all should be patriotic. We all should endeavor ourselves to make sure that when a patient is brought into the hospital by an ambulance or by some persons, we quickly go into that person's aid. Even the end product of it in there, it is enough. It is enough gratitude.
All right. Quickly, just those here, some of these commentaries over the weekend, and this Kaswa issue, it keeps coming up. Kaswa, what's wrong with Kaswa? Is it that Kaswa, a state on its own? And what really is the problem there? They needed attention to Kaswa and the challenges that keeps popping up from Kaswa. And this is one out of a million. Until we shouldn't just lump it up and say, or minor, and all these schools of thoughts, maybe Baba on this Kaswa matter. What really is the challenge?
My name is Ashefo pay. Ne wankasa ni mi bra penyi ana mi papa. Because me ni Bernard Junior. Etina class. Cape Coast Poly.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. No, me too.
Oh, nice one.
Electrical engineering. Yeah.
I see.
And the Kaswa issue, no. I grew close to Ashama. So I knew how Ashama was. Now, Emra, disengage Ashama from all manner of activities. No? Most of those hardened criminals who fled found themselves within that enclave. Kaswa, Bujumbura, and that time, so now, the Liberians in the bay. And I believe, sir, the setting up of that whole enclave, no, they didn't come about with the social infrastructure, said to me, making sure, say, discipline about our society. No? So all manner of Nkrofo grew up. And also a social setting, no, the way in certain environment, in Titia and Korani frame. Then the emergence of social media, or social media, and other things. No, among Korani say it is rosy to have some things in life because then the man 17, 18 years, Benya Adwin say, meanful be cry and compare a Japadie. What is informing that child? Then or share, then environment not what is he or she listening to? And I've always had problem with NMC.
National Media Commission.
On the kind of things I hear on some TV stations from 10 p.m. in the night. These malams and other things, charming. And I may be someone who say, regulation, no, at the same. And for me, all these things must come to play. Saying, because I can't share sad, then a ban argument say, waiting could be hot in multiplication of sika and a ritual be or what the man I hear sikeni in no time. Inti we have a stake in this whole thing. Intitia yedema how we well the environment and then obi ba chiapo na ukokan sometimes na ufo krampo ebufu but environment obi timi tian ema papa kra fo aso and then it's not more like
it's
that.
Not like that
Because there's a certain mindset said there's a certain right of you into sani pano the okano or tia u fan who diesel and you have civil societies who also come at it until we trying to crampo obetimi akọ police station ma right be na also ohwe no and so be asem deja intermediate. I think government must relook at that enclave. Kaswa, Nyanyano, Budumburam, that whole setting, no? I think the kind of environment that we find there, and conducive a better future.
Okay.
We can reorganize it and realign it to make sure say there's a straightforward disciplinary actions. In Kora, ABR, the number of public schools say in Yaman Kora Kono, and Usiniho. And our phone soon needs to come in what private schools. Interquano is out of school. Or out of school or environment now. Definitely. When your hoodlums be get to snibbe. So there must be a clamp down on some of these things, and I believe it can a way get us out of some. Then we can be looking at the other measures.
Okay, Chairman, so Kaswa, a cause for us to be worried or alarmed or just an isolated one? Yeah, no. Yeah.
Tony has said it all. It is an unplanned area. Nazimpone yenya a lot of road infrastructure. Police football wandoso. It's now become a cosmopolitan. A cosmopolitan. I've forgotten the original name of Kaswa. Makai. Odupongpe. That is the original name for.
I said you say.
Odupong chede Krokasi. Oh. Kasi be one kenim.
Okay.
So that's how it is. Now Kaswa came about because Eruko Sisia on your left side, baby flyover no one. Nankan it used to be baby sabi nyanum nkramofu what on mponjin and one wo na with the baby that came the name Kaswa.
Market.
But as I'm speaking now, the whole of Central Region, Kaswa is the biggest place with the voting population of 100 plus thousand.
160 something
thousand. And the Amibo, I'm calling for metro. Kaswa should be a metro and not a municipal. And I think that, and I'm confessed to say, how I come so I construct a lot of drains and roads. Now, in Kamofu Bay, na yenyu anu aibefu wo bay. The man if he in Kransu will push you bay. And the large chunk of traders. Yenyu anu account traders. Okanshi, Agbogbuloshi, in other areas.
The clothing business.
They all moved to
Kaswa.
And so on Langat or Shasifi. And the amount of Kafa and go from Mali in Niger, no, I don't want Langat, no, attack. And see, it has developed into a kind of a culture. When people are not around you and you are isolated. That's why I wouldn't say, baby, also, you know, wow, fresh. Hey, no, you sample or fresh.
Of course,
that's the life there. But like Tony is saying, Media Commission, Ghana Journalists Association, NCA should be up and doing. There's the need for them to have a roundtable meeting and to discuss about issues about chapel grabo ne TV station grabo obodu no fan and is abado akonfo abado and the akonfo koku bonsam at Ghana Mail onya wo email wo Instagram wo YouTube technology there wa ma enizifuso nchen kanu na maka de dansoma dansoma your friend Mango Line. The original dansoma now, if you are getting a pagege, or when you dansoma, Nazu can a good champon pegi dansoma. No man one good see do qua placune botiano. Mambo song. The inside one name is Funa as a washisha. And the Wunya with your harbor town. Ma Baba fear God. At Ghana Gmail. Aye.
First.
This is what we are seeing in Kaswa. But I think that there is a need for local government ministry. They should find a way out. Seriously. I advocated during my time in ECG. Ne, emu kaswa no you soon. That's what tumuton meter wakaswa.
Kaswa.
I'm telling you, meter would you go 3 barrel no water.
Kaswa.
My cousin William Barton. We have to go and chase them there. And see, I even recommended there is the need for us to have a box supply point from Biko, and then we also have our substation, so that Kaswa is enlightened. There is a lot that needs to be done in Kaswa, and by promoting Kaswa and Autu Senya East from a municipality to a metro, it will help.
I see. Finally, on this, what observations during the holidays on COVID?
Well, I think
the road accidents. This weekend, Transport Minister road safety forum Umano and Superintendent Alexander Obin. They patrolled from Accra to Nkoko to Kumasi and back, and then engaged drivers, car owners, pedestrians, and all those things. At certain points, omujina coining no omodidin komo no machi binum so no more advice binum and all those things. Into more observation, more, and then again, observation of the COVID protocols. The only thing I say is me happy was the beaches. Tema Beach, no
Titanic.
It was really under control.
Moaxio. I don't know film. Ugo Paki so bet now come crambo as you feel. Oh, assemblance. Per fresh SOM. Oh.
So these two no depending how they
well for me I think so far in tia semboni bia to say past years out but this ankaya tinyama ayem hihie apart from Korea mukodi assemwe no abe anka. I think the Easter festivity was largely peaceful. On what call convention at the Suno, who said observation of the protocols, sorry, who do protocols, no, and I think you never recommend. Look, we can avert all these things when we are self-disciplined. Yeah, a shankafo no, indiscipline, and a maybe more can so service nyanseni, and also Ghana Highway Authority, their neglect of certain potholes in the median of the road. Obi this video be said name offensive to I think
there's a major pothole there.
And we share a barricade now what a kind of one because what an accident point. You got boom boom.
No.
And Ghana Highway Authority, Director General Krumha, or about 70,000 Ghana cedis. These are his works. Road markings, any highway, so reflective where I did see a gadi obia and now free tema eba ashama overfly. We said about 2 years ago, then a big truck be loaded from
a tree run.
Ukwa wenu board and
it's still there. Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, can say then we will see ministers.
Yeah,
they will make big speeches. Yeah. Why should we do this to ourselves? It is sometimes no policy makers, directors of administration, and some we juma, and then we not got in our office. But these are things. Who from Michelle Camp but Ashama roundabout. Wait me the 1 hour. And yet there is a certain portion. I go back.
Papa.
It will not take even 2,000 cedis to do that work. But it's lying there. And until Obia be slow down. Because traffic been an acabina say Obia have to meander through that uneven surface. But people are using that stretch. In as much as you caution drivers, ni motorists, the people who have to implement some of these things, almost one Ghana. Because I don't think it's so bad. Say, look, we politicians, we always receive it because sometimes when you have too many armchair ministers and others who don't check their directors, and also who appoint to be a office not in on change man as on the say or the mail about approve no tiakoda who approve here no what you say ejuma no who approve ni akoye. We have a country to build. partisanship, they do election, I bet you. But for now,
the country must move.
The country must move. So I'm urging all the ministers. Sometimes I'm a quarter, and you will want to go and stand somewhere and be making the shout. Pull your directors to go out there, and when you go and they don't recommend for their termination of appointment, whatever it is. Because, sir, I didn't know what offense you can fix here. Because, yes, I didn't know for almost a year now. And a crap, Nipan Kwan, Yashi or Hono, is it not enough for somebody to take an action? How much will it take to fix that? And people are dying every day. Some of the Rams here, so.
Yeah. Out of.
Ufa, Dowenya to Sege. It's not even smooth. It's almost a death trap than telling me, say, I should slow down. All these things, they don't give us the mindset.
But the courage now is that if you can go out of their own way, and mount to Ramsa or no only call.
We Ghana have in our commission some with you. And then Nukrampo Basasano. And who awarded that contract? Specification men on my a can out here, okay, say, why you didn't to spend out pay and out your car. And yet, I believe that they can do more for us on that road than what we are seeing. It's a boy in our basso. Okay. My one day wonder because we are still in motion.
Okay, so Chairman, I'll tell the description of this country probably in the bear to say now that Greater Accra Regional Minister Wabe will join hands with Lankwantana, Madina, MC in Mameno. Na and then omu keni nipa na nipa pra okwemu because of footbridge. Ekunipa me ya ma. Ewi nso a osususu omfaso. Oh, the obefa kwani ma na you prepare nipa. So that's the description. But police for city guards for jina municipal chief executive na nkasa so hobi no obia frofa esoro. Is that how we should continue that all the time abajina so is that how we should continue?
That's the Ghanaian mentality. But my means in Gaminjia Mitela upon material. Okay. Often Douglas or whatever.
Okay, Douglas.
No, on there. If you don't know my my means in Gamagada, I'm not surprised to hear that Minya Kakraba Kuku Ofori Esiama was on the Accra Kumasi road. You know, good for you. Kuku is hard working. Is one of the Nana Guvado, the ministers are Menzi Wamago. And I'm proud that he's coming from my region. He's very hard working. He should keep it up. Is the Yanti accident, Bonibiao. And Jababy accident is Sipani, Takradi, Kekos, Accra Road. I call it the devil's triangle. But is to be Yanti one accident, though there have been broken down vehicles, big trucks on the road, which call for the issue of the towing vehicles now. That is the typical minded Ghanaians. Madina. The school boy be.
Yeah, the last one was a school boy.
Is that Obiso Dami ye what they Abani bro ye yambo. And look at the money that has been spent in the construction of these 3 footbridges. You see, the typical Ghanaian. Government could have used that money to have done a lot of the Madina routes, Ashale Boche, Quantana, Madina routes. But they were crying wolf. That is what those people living there are now telling us. Pavement is part of the market. I have lived in Medina for so many years. I know how the place is. And when you go inside Medina, there are a lot of places that need good roads. Now, what did the Mexican see? The footbridge. No, we are 1-4. You see, there is the need to orientate perception about life in Ghana here. And NGOs in the I don't know what people are doing, Sometimes I will even ask the road engineer there, what is the architecture for our roads? On my Debian, yen roads, accident, no see. What do we have to do? One feasibility, one designs, or carbon. I don't believe it is true because they are not engaging Ghanaians. When they engage Ghanaians will appeal to the ruling government. The man here, the technocracy, what are be, and experts, what are be. Aban inje yeyi kakra. To them a year of roti.
Yeah.
1 year. My appeal to the Minister for Roads, the issue flag down new contracts. No one complete
the old ones.
The old ones.
Because in we also want become.
Jim roads in that portal or jump cars jump. Now be pedo avoid nose about people when you accident. Until yes, sir. Minister for Roads there. Since as we are speaking in, the best thing to complete the first term of your year of roads, because year of roads in about 2019-2020. Until I will complete. Then you continue with the second phase.
Okay.
But
I'll pile it up.
Look at Get Fund. Go to secondary schools in this country. You can get about 5,000 structures. It's been made in 19 years. It's been made in 15 years. One van Zangai. Okay. But then we are awarding new contracts. It is better for Get Fund to stop awarding new contracts for this year and next year.
All right.
And complete the old buildings. It will help the secondary schools.
Okay, so 2 quick ones. I'll send you quite topics for discussions with your baby Michael. Chief Biden says, good morning, Comrade. Greetings to my organizer, Anthony, and Chairman Ni Ofite Osa, a.k.a. Ablo Fumanche. The challenges we are facing in Kaswa calls for leadership in the municipality. There's a lot going on there that is more serious than what we are discussing today. The local government minister must really activate what local governance means and bring on board regional ministers, MMDCs, and the police to agree on a roadmap for Ghana to work again. Kudos to your team, Chief Baini and Edewe Diaba. And this is from one lecturer at Takoradi Technical University. How did Alote manage to get to your studio? I thought he is still hiding in an unknown place, and he wishes you happy Easter.
The invisibility is always visible.
The invisibility
is always visible.
Is always visible.
Visible.
Dear Yehu. Ah, Chairman. Dear Yehu. Dear Sumasidra.
There's nothing that is invisible. Except God. Except Christ.
So the Yehu. Apart from Christ.
Yes, apart from Christ.
The essence said the Yehu and Abatina.
Yeah.
But what is it about minority needs reshuffle in terms of leadership?
It's an unnecessary call.
It's an unnecessary call.
Unnecessary lamentation.
Professor John Pukra Bekebu.
Oh, no, why MP that?
No, Thomas.
No, I will be sent there.
Professor Ransford Jampu says the leadership of the minority in parliament needs a complete makeover. According to him, the essence of a young parliament as desired, a hung parliament as desired by Ghanaians will be lost if the NDC does not change its leadership in the House. Wow. The call comes on the back of the uproar in the opposition party following the approval of some ministerial nominees. A member of the appointment committee goes on, I want to quote him. It's about the backfiring of the... Okay, what's going on in the NDC now isn't about power struggle. It's about the backfiring of the perpetuation of unwise politics of convenience. That satisfies the selfish needs of the party.
Verb now.
You don't agree to that
without any meaning.
Backfiring
of perpetuating unwise politics. What is that?
Something.
Nothing.
On a contest in
Masa, share. adina ye binum ya twen anu ne ya dwen e kan bebre ye di bibi hye nkrofo bi adwum ne enjai ma hye bedwa honum it's not a child's play. You can disagree with certain styles be any niamebi, but to frame a perception to become reality, it won't wash.
No,
it will not wash.
Now the claim is that leadership having a do.
On why
they've compromised.
Compromise on what?
They've disappointed your people.
Disappointment on ground say, what dream say, upewi. Obiswa dream say upewi. At the end of the day, what is the majority decision? That is the rule.
But the party had a position. If you go by what the communications officer
and
the general
NDC never took any position.
They expressed disappointment.
You can express your disappointment, but your disappointment lies in you. It is not the entirety of the party that has taken that stand.
But that of the communications officer and the general secretary does not say they are normal people in the party.
Sure. How this parliament came. And Mimi Kebibi say, the verdict of the Ghanaian people, Bibi say, at a point, Yen Krampo disagree with your founder, your late founder, because we're seeing him say he was more aligned
to the MPP.
The MPP. Oh, we and Mimi TBB, as he said, Rawlings came in to form a government. Now, even being said, you first say there is a certain extremism in our political culture. So, MPP Nikron, Unia, and our downfall. We live in that from 92 to 2000, Kufuor Baye. It became wider. You see the rivalry between Kufuor and the NDC and the Rawlings administration, tag of war. So, some of us took positions, say, we NDC, you must stand the way MPP. But 2009, Professor Amos Baye, now said, let's brace up. It be Munina and Yadrin, but it brought the political tension down to 2016. Yefi power. 2017, President Akufo-Addo and his people initiate that move again. But gradually, even though it's not the best today, but Rawlings became like a bridge for you to walk from NDC to MPP, MPP to NDC. And then we went to an election. The Ghanaians gave us split parliament. What is nine say? And then the biggest happened. An NDC member is the third person in this country. In as much as you will not trust, but on. So there is a way I say, say gradually, we need to have a certain cordiality in our governance. Taking a trend position, say, whatever senior nominee should be rejected. At the end of the day, who benefits and who suffer? Say, any ministers, Ghana, even your ministers, Nyamanko. Yeah. It means the NDC Nibia. Say, the way are not a bimu dream, and they be a Casabia, yes, you can't, and the Shem Ukraine say, oh, the way a parliament in here, Akufo-Addo be break. See, man who say, and Akufo-Addo never break. Whatever entrenched stance we take, the Ghanaian populace. Now, my Ghana for bread now, 2024, can you go and tell them to vote for you?
Because you contributed to that.
The fact that you are approving ministers, and say, you be jack government, there are serious policies that are going to come before the House, where MPs will scrutinize and make sure that the best is given to Ghana. And yet, over the years, because of 169 majority, they can throw it to the face of the minority. You can have your say, we'll have our way.
But you have this understanding.
So it's as party leaders to reach out to the masses that we have, to get them well informed on why things are done certain way and why in certain format. Man in fee young leaders, to throw it out there on populism, to get the grassroots agitated on something that maybe they don't have understanding for. Mestre, I've always made this appeal. People have called me names. But you see, it will take you certain months to understand some of these things. And then who agitated the grassroots against certain people? Or Chinawe nya answer mawa.
If you agitate,
the youth or the grassroots against certain people. Share, obi tise bargain. I'm not called parliament, now we were GSS 3. Maybe more credit 2 years. Even more 5 years. What in a parliament, my name is Meni, a political activist. I be a minute to not edin common. A Adom. It will be a suicidal mission for me to be questioning the integrity of that man who has lived it and seen it.
What's not him fear now? Because you've communicated very well. What's not him fear?
Maintain him fear, but maybe.
Because
me this year, but maintain him.
Okay, him forget to one on beti me kunipa. Na kuroma no gusua. Ombe bose. Amani pano. But what do you still need? Bose man. What's not him fear?
That is. Enti me no mesre obi biara djobrel party penifo say ye nyina en kambo and I believe the party is on course. The leadership of the minority in parliament are the best bet we have today to hold the government intact.
Chairman, it has nothing to do with Obiako parliament and as a continue sabo. If you disagree, it is not a question of my good professor says.
I think that it will be good. His party people will listen to him. It will be good. It will be good. Now, Professor Jambo, I like him, young man. I know some of those who are talking more numbers.
There is open. Office open.
No, I have. No. Numbers in go.
No, who the way at it?
No, who the way at it. I had a Nigeria. Yeah, Ima. The NDC and then Nupenus party and then the other party or parliament because there's no party there, two parties.
Correct.
So I can qualify the opposition party as the other party.
Yeah.
The other party now or parliament. They are on a suicide mission. Look, already the ground is no good for them. There are those who are agitating, those fanatics, those insulting youth. The party, I get that what we born all manner of fish over a bonum. Maybe no who nazi who na ni adri not just money we. That's precisely what they are doing. But you see, when you have leaders like Haruna, Haruna is self-made. I quite remember 2002, Haruna, Ludwig, and others were forming the NDC youth. It was a very vibrant, powerful organization. And that's where I saw the organizational leadership of Haruna Idrisu. They are joking. Well, it's up to them. For me, they are
political
calling
advice.
Oh, I want advice NDC. NDC will have afutu. No party.
From what you said, probably can chip in a word or two.
Me chip in Moja. What is good for them, they should do it.
No, you are thinking Ghana first. And we are there.
No, not Ghana first are in there or maybe move.
Of course, but they're a key factor.
Today, President Nana Akufo-Addo has shown how politically experienced he is. Ni ministers in here, they say too. Those thousands of people, shut him down. Hey, come on. Don't approve of them. Including the man himself, who has been given the 2 horns of a devil. Honorable Finance Minister. Okay, 2 days. For vetting. It has never happened in our political history. He's gone. He's not the minister. Because one who will put you on work. See, who suffers, who's gain, like he said. See, when you are doing something, people should be circumspect. I mean, Mama Guy, Dr. Jampo, I wish you were there. Those who go and contest, not for parliament. They do work and they won't change you. Joy is calling for a change. He is endorsing the change.
But you don't even understand baby of free bar. Also,
baby of free bar, baby of free bar. Baby, I will be free bar.
But any argument, you know. What is going on in the NDC now?
Who the adjectives need then adverbs to say that?
Mr. Jambo
perpetuating unwise politics. Then
no ranking member for politics. Now, Odu Tama will to name on soon could be made. But he hasn't got that political experience. Honestly, he's an observer, an outsider. They be all dissect issues on our political.
He's just expressing political science theory.
Kabawin was the first time I saw him. A very young man. I say, hey, now I'm a professor.
He's 38 years.
And so I'm books in more parliament. New books in anything. Parliament.
Expression of political science theory is not a practice in parliament.
Okay, so because Professor Jampo is more kind of we couldn't help.
Is it about the professorship he holds or
no
about the actual
about the political landscape?
No, you are so enthused with his professorship.
We're mixing the thought. The fact is that we're mixing the thought.
Chairman, we wrap up with this one. What's happening? Doom show and I said disco light and I said VRA and Gridco now. Gridco is now being pushed to.
I don't understand why Asamoah Boabi and then Boabi Asamoah.
A special kind of.
Yeah, should come as a communication director for a ruling party. Then you come out and say there also Mahama Nidumso and also Nana Akufo-Addo. No, he didn't do well at all.
He said that?
Yes, in his president, he didn't do well. Yeah, Moaba no Yedumso. Or your overhauling of our system network, especially with the transmission lines. Every time we talk about it there, transmission lines, we've done nothing about it. Until it came to a point that President Kufuor Oyi Grikofi vacuum.
VRA and now vacuum.
VRA, so sorry. VRA. Now, here, transmission network. We are paying less for electricity. But we are the same very Ghanaians we cry most. And then there are government agencies those who do not pay for power consumption. Until normal, many squadron leader can so we are profit. You can get your profit. Look, government agencies and departments, including your castle, are won't electricity. And so what we need to do is to install meters.
Prepaid.
Oh, government.
But you couldn't achieve that.
We did.
They started.
We started.
It was about 30%.
We started.
Yeah.
You're starting me, yes,
yeah.
My finance minister, Dr. Dufo, to choose come on ECG. But one, all successive governments want rural electrification. You should bear in mind the rural electrification, electricity all going on. All these people, they are not metered.
Political meter.
Oh, only the maker there, wheelbarrow, political meters. What time? Those days, 50 cities.
Ghana for you now.
Yeah. And then we are the very same people who will blame government. As for the previous government, we had problem with power generation. But
you mind say time and just explain Doomso na omo achede shrunko. Doomso, what does it mean?
No, Doomso in there, pre.
Pre.
No.
So in this case, you know, Bobby and Samoa right. So we no different
disco.
from
No. What I'm saying now is
and a disco.
Disco.
What I'm now saying is that the Greco company is now working on its system network.
Okay, so the other aspect of it is that
but they're not communicating that.
They are utility companies. One PROs in their offices, no Wakasa. They should go down and talk to them.
All right, but the other aspect of it is that Ghana for sharing from now up to July, will 2 days be, 1 day be, 3 days be there. Clearly, it's work being done. For future, but we should expect that from now to July. Your 5 days, 4 days, 2 days, 3 days. So brace up. The technical people are now speaking, not the politicians. That is what we should do.
Clear line communication would put everybody at ease.
So that's what I'm saying. Everybody will form corporate Ghana. You see what